Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Anne-Marie of The Art of Healing. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a healer and a channeler. And the way that I roll is, I'm looking at the cutest kid right now. Let me show you who he is, this cute little boy. Cute little boy came over to say hello. So as you can see, I'm not at home. I am in Orlando, actually. I was a Hilton Honors member, and I got a cold call, you know how they telemarket you, back in July when my mom was in the hospital, and they offered me 3 nights, 4 days at a resort in Orlando. Well, I chose Orlando for $200. And, you have to go through the presentation to be to purchase into their package. I just saw 111. I love it when they do that. Thank you, Spirit. So this morning, we had to go to the presentation, and I went in going, look, I can't afford it. There's no way I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But they're very convincing, and all I could keep thinking the whole time was, boy, oh boy, it has become so commonplace to be manipulated by our desires. Of course we desire to vacation at amazing places. My God, this earth is gorgeous. But we just need to be creative about it. We need to be creative about how we do it. We don't have to buy into everything that is offered to us, So I'm going through this presentation, and then we're talking with the lady that was paired up with us. My mom came with me. I brought my mother with me. She's currently in a very nice room. I was noticing my feelings, and I was nervous as all hell, not feeling good. And I didn't know if I was nervous because I had to turn down their presentation, or if it was something else. It just didn't feel right, and I can't afford it anyway. You guys know I am no longer teaching, so my money is very precious. But on top of everything else, what are these industries promoting? That you work like hell and kill yourself so that you can take these amazing vacations. And if I showed you the amount of buildings that are here, I mean, my jaw is dropped completely. I'm just going to pan around so you could see. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, so 8 buildings, and just take a look at the amount of apartments in here. I mean, it's excess. It's amazing. I want to know from Spirit, and this is what I'm hoping to channel. I'm not trying to waste your time. What I want to know is, how are these people, how are we going to awaken? How are we going to awaken when this is the norm? And it's been the norm for such a long time. How are people going to awaken to the fact that this is all a big manipulation? And at the same token, damn it, why not, right? So I'm kind of conflicted about this, myself personally. Like, I don't know what is right and what is wrong. I knew that I wasn't going to do it. And boy, I tell you what, if I was still working, I totally would have done it. Totally, in a heartbeat. But I would like Spirit to comment on what I went through this morning and what all of us go through on a very regular basis. We're tempted with luxury. We're tempted with abundance. Man, I went into a Wegmans for the first time, like about a week and a half ago. I've never seen so many things in my life. And then you get to thinking, how did they get there? Where did they come from? Who makes them? It's mind-boggling and it's mind-blowing. And we're so used to this lifestyle. We're so used to this lifestyle that is so, especially people in the U.S. And I can't even. 555. Thank you, Spirit. I'd like clarification to how we're going to get out of this. How are we going to get out of this? I'm a little overwhelmed today, and I would like Spirit to communicate. And I'm in the sun, so I'm going to move over here. We are Ra. We are the Ra Collective. Our dear one is confused because she has lived pretty much a life of privilege and wants to experience more privilege. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with feeling and doing what it is you want to do, when you want to do it, and by the means you have to do it. But that lifestyle is a lifestyle of servitude. It is a lifestyle of servitude to individuals who do not love you. You love you. We love you. These individuals, believe us, are in it for the money, and they're in it for the control that they have over millions and millions and millions of people. This particular organization, the Hilton brand, is a global brand for a reason. It's a global brand because they do not just house people. Let us put it that way. They do not just house people. They house a lot of things. A lot of things that, in the end, completely manipulate and harvest human suffering. These companies they are not what they seem. So the reason this dear one was feeling so uncomfortable was because she was tapping into the energy that dwells beneath all the luxury. The energy that dwells beneath this abundance or seeming abundance. All this is on the back of the little people, let us put it that way, and not just in the United States, but all over the world. Let us now talk to comfort. Let us now talk to abundance. Comfort is not abundance. Comfort is a state of mind. Comfort is seeking joy and pleasure wherever you are. If you go to the poorest countries of the poor, you find children playing in dirt. You find children happy because the state of the human heart is one of joy. And before the children are told, hey, you're poor, they don't know any different. You happen to know the difference. You happen to know what is comfortable and uncomfortable. We certainly do not wish suffering. We certainly do not want you to be uncomfortable. But if you are uncomfortable, it means that you're out of alignment and you're not where you need to be. Enjoy what you have, and abundance is your right. But receive abundance from all over, not just from a vacation. Receive abundance and pleasure and joy from your everyday everyday life. And this is the myth that has been sold to you, that you must suffer in order to enjoy. That's a lie. You need not suffer at all. We are Ra. We are the Ra Collective. And do not be fooled by the glitz and the glamour. Do not be fooled by the grandioseness of things in your abundant world. Especially those of you in North America, those of you who are in countries that have more abundance than they know how to handle. All that abundance is masking suffering of millions and millions and millions of people, so that the few can enjoy the spoils off the back of many. We are Ra, and we love you. So it's 11:11. So, okay, so I'm not going to feel bad about being here. As a matter of fact, oh, dear God, a woman just fell. Tell you what. Okay, she's all right. She's getting up. So, as it turns out, because I sat through the presentation, my $200 was refunded to me. And I told the guy on the phone that I was going to bring my mom with me, and he loved it so much that he gave me $200 more. So I actually kind of made money on this weekend. So abundance comes from many different places. In the meanwhile, I'm going to relax and I'm going to enjoy it. Happiness is our birthright. Freedom is our birthright. Joy is our inheritance. Let's just be conscious and make our choices accordingly. And dudes, if you can afford this, then do it. Man, I say do it. I don't know. I'm Anne Marie of the Art of Healing. I just saw 1222. I love you. Bye. Okay, so I'm back again because I was just rewatching the video and they didn't answer the question about how we're going to get out of this. How we're going to get out of this. So if Ra can channel again and answer my question of how we're going to awaken all these millions and millions and millions of people. We are Ra. We are the Ra Collective. Our dear one wants to know how the tides can change. The tides can change because every one of you has the choice on how to live. Every one of you has the choice on whether or not to become aware or to just go on sleeping in the dream. And no one should be worried. No one should be worried about the fate of other people. 111. No one should be worried about the fate of other people. Worry about nothing. Truly. Those of you who are listening to this voice are awakened and aware. And it is through the love that you have for yourself and the love that you have for all those around you, being kind to people, being loving to people, and understanding their state of being, not judging them for where they are, but understanding that they each have their own path, they each have their own experience, and they each have their own set of guidance that they may choose to hear and act on, or choose not to pay attention to, and to continue on a lifestyle of self-indulgence and service to self. One aligned, lit, shining human soul can change the frequency of hundreds and hundreds of unaware and asleep souls. Do not judge souls, even those terms, unaware and asleep. You have no idea who is unaware. You have no idea who is asleep. Some individuals are very aware and they choose. They choose this life of service to self. But if it is not in your domain, it is not in your concern. Our hope for you is that you come to a state of bliss and peace, of oneness with each and every soul on this planet. But start with yourself. Become one with yourself. Understand who you are. Understand what is going on inside of your energy systems. Look at your physical vehicle. If there is pain, then there is blockage of energy. Then you must deal and heal that. Work on yourselves and enjoy your moment. This dear one deserves this moment, and it is in her frequency to receive this abundance. So, if you wish to receive abundance in alignment with your frequency, work on your frequency. Do not worry about the rest of the world. Your frequency is very important, and we say this in many, many occasions through this dear being. You must worry about your own frequency and must look at every other soul as an experience you are having. And it's simply that, an experience. It is not a judgment. You can experience to be a murderer. You can experience to be obese. You can experience to be ill. You can experience to be healthy. You can experience to be peaceful. You can experience to be abundant. It is all within your capability to experience all of these, and it is all based on frequency. What do you do to elevate your frequency? You do not pollute your body with the pleasures and the joys that abound, because those pleasures and joys, more than likely, are going to decrease your frequency. Why do we say that? Because you can get great pleasure from eating a big burger. But unless you know where the meat comes from, unless you know where it is processed, unless you know where it is sourced, you know nothing about what you put into your body. That is why it is so important to develop relationships with your merchants. Going into a store such as this dear one went into brought this sense of excess to a head. She is very conscientious of lack and waste, and it troubles her. How does she deal with that? She doesn't shop there. She shops at the corner market. She shops from a fruit vendor and does it as much as she can. From the farmers markets, from the individual business. You have control only of your own world. You do not have control over anything else. So use your power. Use your frequency and currency to your benefit and for the betterment of all. We are Ra. We are the Ra Collective, and this dear one should enjoy herself now. All right. It's true. Thank you. I hope this helps everybody. Please like and subscribe. Check out my new Patreon channel. We're going to be doing weekly meetings for my Safe Space members and monthly meetups for my Points of Light and or the embodiment of light. And if you are a point of light, I thank you for your support. Many blessings to you all, and thank you for spending some time with me. Bye.